Hi, everybody. It's Ana-La-Rai, and welcome to Sparkles of Love's Transmissions. I'm giving it a second try here. I guess people couldn't hear me. And what our purpose here is at Sparkles of Love is I bring through the newest information, processes, and tools at the highest vibration. And they're all designed to help you on your spiritual journey, to make it easier, to help you move forward faster, and to be able to move into the flow and sparkle a little more. So that's why I'm here. So welcome. And today our topic is struggle and spirituality, and struggle on your journey. But before that, I just want to let you know that I started doing May 1st YouTube shorts. They're all under 2 minutes. And if you would like to be notified of them, on your subscribe button, the little bell, just click on it and you put all. And then if you're already a subscriber, then you'll get notified of those as well. They're not live, I record them in advance, but there's a lot of good tips there for everybody. So, all right. So, struggle and spirituality. They just, in the past, they really seem to go together. How many of you have experienced struggle on your journey? I know I have. And all the people I've ever worked with or talked to on their journey seem to experience some sort of struggle on their journey. Okay. Sometimes people call it the dark night of the soul. I don't, other people just say trauma or challenges or their life falls apart. And it has also been one of the things that deters people because they hear, oh, well, if you want to awaken, if you want to, advance spiritually, it's going to be a struggle. And so it's interesting. I know that pretty much all of us have faced various struggles or challenges on our journey. And in the old energies, that's just the way it was. It felt like you always had to break through something, that you had to push and struggle and have challenges to get forward, right? That you couldn't grow if you weren't suffering on some level. That resonate with people? What it used to be like? And maybe for lots of people, it's still that way. Yeah. And so I'm going to do a whole other YouTube on myths and spirituality. But here I just want to talk about struggle. And to me, it's not that it is a myth, it's that it has changed. And maybe not everybody realizes that. So why is it getting easier on your spiritual journey? Okay, why do you need to struggle less? Maybe you don't even need to struggle at all. Depends on what your soul contracts and agreements have been in your awakening process. But in the past, part of the struggle was the density here on planet Earth. The vibrations were so dense and low, and there wasn't much of a support system for many of us as we were awakening or waking up. And now there's lots of spiritual groups, there's YouTubes, there's on Facebook, there's groups to join, there's so many beautiful spiritual books and movies. There's just way more support than there ever have been. But the primary reason that it's not the same type of struggle is the energies are changing. And the tools and processes that they're giving to us are making it easier. So I'm going to be so bold to say that your journey doesn't have to be the struggle that it has been. Now, if you love struggle and you're a drama king or a drama queen and that's how you like to do it, well, more power to you. That's not me. And I prefer as much grace and ease as I can get. And and so I guess that's probably partly why all these new processes come through me, is because I'm so open to doing things differently. And as the energies continue to change on planet Earth, they're rising, right, rapidly. And some days there's lots going on energetically. And many of you who are sensitive, who are empaths, who are awakened, can feel the energy shifting. You know something is up. And I've said many times, and we're in the middle of the awakening. It's not 50 years from now or 10 years from now. We're in it. Do I know how long it's going to be? Absolutely not. I have no clue. Okay. But we're in the awakening and the vibrations are changing. The veils are thinning. Okay. The veils are thinning. And so what's happening is that as the veils thin, more and more light is available to us, to you, to me, to everyone. More and more high vibrational energy is coming through. And we can access that. That is coming into our systems, our energy fields, into the unity grids on the planet. So, what is happening is this beautiful new energy is flowing. It's a higher frequency and it makes it easier. It makes it easier. So, it is important that any of the tools you're using are aligned with the new frequencies. And so, you can ask that your tools or processes, maybe you've used them for 5 years, 10 years, maybe only a couple of years. You can ask that your tools and frequencies be upgraded to the new vibration. So, first of all, you have to ask because not all the tools are going to upgrade. I can't tell you which ones. I really don't know. So, and then if you get a yes or feel a yes, then ask to have your tools upgraded. And what that means is it means they're running on the newer frequencies, the higher frequencies. So it's almost like, I would say my analogy would be it's like how the electrical current in North America and how you plug something in and what the plug looks like is different than in Europe. The currencies are different and the plugs are different. It's the same thing with the energies right now. A lot of our tools, energetic tools and processes, were based on the old frequencies, right? They're based on what it had been for thousands of years, what it was needed to be. But now, as we're in the middle of this change, this huge transformation for the planet and for all of us, the vibration and energy has changed so much that they're bringing through new tools and processes that work in these frequencies. So you can ask to have your tools upgraded. Just go into meditation and ask, A, is it possible? And B, if it is, may I have it done? Okay. You only have to ask once and then it's done. And but there are so many new things now coming out, things that we couldn't imagine even a few years ago. Things like new auric fields being available. And one you've heard me talk about before that came through a few years ago is Lord Shiva brought through the advanced chakra system. And part of our chakra system isn't turned on. Well, mine is now because I've done the program, but for a lot of people, you're not, you still have to open and close your chakras every day. You have to clear them. That's not how it's meant to be anymore. And the advanced chakra system is aligned with the new frequencies. So it makes it easier to get the new energies, but it's just like it's so incredible the difference of what you receive and how you receive it and how you feel. It was probably the advanced chakras for me, I would still say it were probably the biggest shift I have ever experienced in my spiritual journey, part one and two. And they took me out of the struggle because now I could hear and feel and see more and receive more and have more clarity, have a stronger connection to my inner self, to my highest self, and to my guides. But there are just so many new things coming in, and there's too many to list. And the cool thing is that there is also, and this has just started happening in the last few months here in 2025, there's a new layer of guides coming through, beings of light I've never experienced, beings of light that are telling me they're the new layer. They're part of the new layer. So, because the frequencies are changing here on the planet, because the energies coming in are different, and that we're in the awakening, it's like a whole new container has opened to bring through these guides that have been waiting. Now, most of us, most of us who work with any of the enlightened ones or the ascended masters, any of our guides, if you think of Lord Sananda, he was his one of his human lives was Christ, right? Buddha has walked the earth. Melchizedek has walked the earth. So many of them have been here in human form at one time and another, some of them many, many times in different lifetimes. And so it's easier for them to relate to us, to support us. But the new layer of guides coming through, the ones that I've spoken with so far and the information I've gotten to date, is that they haven't experienced the human life, right? So you have to be a little patient and strong in your communication with them when you start communicating with them, because they don't have the same reference points, right? They're all about unity consciousness and oneness, clarity, love, that shared field of information and love and energy. It's a whole different experience. Okay. So, what I wanted people to know is that it doesn't have to be the same struggle anymore. That there are new tools and processes available. There are one of them on my website, sparklesoflove.love. You sign up for our newspaper and we send you a tool called the Sifter. It really works. It's free. We'll just send it to you as a gift. And it's a sifter, and it's like, I imagine it like a sand sifter, like when you were a kid and played in the sandbox, or maybe if you're a baker, like a pastry sifter. And you just run it up and down your energy field, and it's like this light grid that comes down and clears out the gunk. Now, it doesn't do your deep healing. What it does, it's like a good dusting or a spring cleaning where you're getting rid of stuff. So if you've been out and about, or you've had an argument or dropped your vibration for some reason, you can come home, or even when you're sitting in your car or wherever you are, just call on the sifter and run it up and down 3 times, and it's gone, right? So it before, I would have had to stay in that crappy energy and really do a lot of work to clear it up, right? But now I can come home and just poof, 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 and it's gone, right? So it really doesn't have to be the struggle. Again, if that's your process and that's your choice, that's what you like, go for it. More power to you. Okay. So if you have any questions, please feel free to write in, or I'm more than happy to answer them. So someone's saying, Paula's saying the sifter is such a wonderful tool. I'll use it daily. Yeah, I use mine regularly. It's just such a nice, a good tool, and very easy and helpful. Very easy and helpful. So again, if you watch my newsletter as well, you'll see more about some of the new tools and processes. And they often come out during the advanced opportunity full moons. And I do those every month. So that's often where the new pieces come in, and that and at workshops. So, all right, I want to share a couple of things that are up and coming with you. And then I'm going to do a download. And today I'm going to do a download I don't usually do. What I got, because we're talking about struggle, I'm going to do a download of the vibration of grace. Now, it's not the code of grace, for those of you that know what the 33 codes of origin, but it's going to be the vibrational frequency of grace. Okay. But I wanted to let you know, just as we're mentioning, that starting next week on the 15th of May, I'm going to be doing my lives at 11:30 Pacific instead of noon Pacific. So it's 30 minutes earlier, and that will continue. I'll leave it at that time. So it'll be a little bit earlier. And the advanced opportunity full moon is on Monday. It's also the Wesak celebration of Buddha's birthday on the the full moon in the second full moon in May. Sorry, I'm getting my dates mixed up. But what I'm doing is my guides are bringing through, and it won't, I don't know if it's a process. It's going to be about spirituality and sexuality. So I think they're going to really address some of the distortions. But I don't know in advance. The fact that they gave me the title in advance is a lot. So that's on Monday at 3 o'clock Pacific time. There's always a recording with it, and you get it usually the same day. So um, yeah. Yeah, it's a good reminder, Monica. Just, if you've gotten the sifter, just listen to the recording the first time, because then you'll really feel it and sense it. And after that, you don't need to listen to the recording. So, and the other thing that I have coming up on Monday that I'll ask Christian to put the link below here is this beautiful soul, Catherine O'Connor. And she has her company is called The Divine Temple, and she's in New Zealand. And I've known Catherine quite a lovely time, a long time. She's magnificent. And she too is a channel. And she is doing a master series class, and it starts on Sunday. And I'm on day 2, and mine is all about love, the self love and the code of love. And we had a fabulous conversation, and the guides were right there. And um, when you sign up with it, it's all free. All the speakers, she has some amazing speakers coming. They all give you a free gift. So there's lots of beautiful tools and gifts there. And I would really recommend it. And hopefully you can listen to it. And Catherine and I had a lot of fun when I got it recorded. So I would highly recommend it. And I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of the series. All right. So I'm just checking for questions. And what I want to do now is I am going to start a download of the vibration of grace. And again, you wouldn't want to do this if you're driving, right? Because you can actually really feel these. And I will do 7 minutes. I'm going to download for 7 minutes the vibration of grace. So it will come in from source down here to your soul star chakra, about 6 inches above, and then hit your crown and move into your body. And I will do some silence with it. Okay. All right. So just get comfortable and close your eyes and just feel, or sense, simply trust as we call forth on the vibration of grace. And I ask that it come forward, and it will hold in the recording. So if you are listening to this recording anytime in the future, you will also be receiving this download of the vibration of grace. And just allow it to flow into your brain, and down your neck and throat. And there's no need to hurry. It can flow very gently and slowly. It's going to flow across your shoulders and down your arms. And this vibration of grace is going to flow down your chest and into your heart space, your heart chakra and your physical heart. And that vibration of grace is like the assistance, the support to make it easier. And it's going to flow into all the organs and chakras. And it's even going to flow into your nervous system. And I'm getting today, it's even going to flow into the bloodstream. This vibration and energy of grace. And for the last 5 minutes of this, I'm going to close my eyes and receive as well as it's coming in. We have another 2 minutes, so just continue to receive this vibration of grace as it flows down through all the various parts of your body, just supporting you, raising your vibration. It should feel very yummy and soothing would be the word I would use. How did that feel for you? Hopefully, you felt the energies. Even if you don't feel energies, just know that you received. Know that you received. All right. So next week, my topic is going to be about, can I accelerate my spiritual journey, and why would I want to, and what does that look like? So we're going to talk about accelerating your spiritual journey, and I hope you have a fabulous week and weekend. And again, just I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button to all, and so you get my shorts too. All right. Have a great rest of your week. I'm Ana-La-Rai. Bye for now.